Hi, my name is Sergio of explicitlyintense.com, and today we've got a killer interview with Napalm Death frontman Barney Greenway, right?
Whatever you want to call it.
Exactly. Their new album, Utilitarian. I know what the press has been saying because I'm part of it, but you know what? I'm gonna go beyond that. This album smokes. It definitely smokes. You got to check it out. It's just one of. I think that it doesn't blow away what they've done in the past. I think it's taken one step further. Musically, vocally, it's just a kick-ass killer album, and you need to check it out. And so,
I'm gonna follow that, really. Yeah.
Well, hey, so how's the tour been going so far?
Yeah, it's all right. You know, it's late in the day now. It's almost the end, so yeah, it's been interesting. I doubt whether at this point I could tell you exactly what happened at the start because I can't even remember that. But you know, no, it's been good generally. So
okay, that's good. What makes your latest album, Utilitarian, musically diverse yet so brutal in the Napalm Death tradition? I mean, I noticed a lot of musical diversity, but yet you've kept it really heavy and brutal.
I mean, to be honest, the elements that are on there that make it different aren't new. We've done those things before, but we've just done them in a slightly different way. Like we've mixed the more ambient stuff and like more closely to the fast, furious stuff, and that makes it sound different. So really, there's no huge departure really from the previous albums. It's just the way it's kind of contextualized, I suppose.
Right. That's
different. So yeah, I mean, you know, to us it's just we make what feels right at the time, and that's it. You know, it's really simple.
Awesome. What are some of the recent world events that have inspired the lyrics on this record?
Well, I mean, to be honest, there wasn't really a specific world event that inspired the album. I mean, don't forget, you're talking about over a year ago now when it was made.
Right.
I think if there was any one thing, it was just there was a solidarity element with the Occupy movement, which I think was really important movement, you know. Not that didn't exist before, it was just more of a consolidation of people that probably previously hadn't worked together so closely.
Right.
So I think that was really important. And that was kind of a, you know, again, it wasn't necessarily what the album was about, but there was an element of that recognition of that solidarity. In particular, the whole thing about 99% having that much power and 1% of the people having that much power.
Right.
Which has to change, surely. It has to. It's not sustainable, you know. So that was one thing. But again, not necessarily anything to do with the album title itself.
Right, okay. Sounds good. Does it matter to you guys whether Napalm Death fans take a proactive approach socially and politically from what you say in your lyrics?
You know, I can't guide people. That's not what I'm meant to do or what I want to do. All I can do is put what I think on the table and let people take it from there. If there is any object to it, it's that people like start to think about stuff. Because people generally, I think it's fair to say, only think on the surface.
Right.
What they get from surface elements, whether it's the mainstream media, the this, the that, they're guided in many directions. But they don't guide themselves enough. They don't scratch the surface and see what's underneath. Because very often there's a lot more to every scenario than first meets the eye. So that's what I would say. If people do get involved in stuff, then all the better. You know, but I'm not here to beat people with the stick of things that I necessarily believe.
Right. Makes sense. I love the video for The Wolf I Feed. So where did the concept come about for this video? I mean, it's just kind of almost like really creepy in a way, but kind of makes you think.
It's just a rat race, kind of. There was stuff about that, you know, the ants in the colony and stuff like that, and how that whole sort of process is geared to work and nothing else, and then in the end it eventually explodes, you know. So it's quite simple. It's not nothing new. That concept has been explored before. So I mean, I didn't write those lyrics. It was Mitch that wrote those.
Right.
So he might have a slightly more wider spectrum of what he meant with that. But,
right. Okay. Sounds cool. So how has the reaction been from your old and new fans alike towards the new CD?
I mean, generally speaking, it's been 100% positive, which is unbelievable. You can never anticipate that. So I mean, I don't really know what to say. It's like, what can you say? You know, nobody said anything bad about it at all. So I'm like, you kind of have to pinch yourself. So nowhere it's real or not, you know.
No, well, that should make you guys feel good.
Well, of course, but you know, you can't get carried away. You know, you've got to. You're only as good as your next album or your next gig, you know. So
Right.
that's always should be your objective to move forward. You've always got to move forward. You can only live so much in the past. And to be honest, Utilitarian, the release of it, that's in the past now. You know, we're moving forward all the time. So.
Right, exactly. What was it like having a split 7-inch with the Melvins and to be able to cover a song from the Cardiacs?
Well, I mean, the Melvin split isn't finished yet.
Right.
I mean, it's not done. We've still got another track to do for that. But yeah, when it eventually happens, it'll be amazing. I mean, I've known the Melvins since Glue with Porch Treatments. That was my first album with them, which was 1988 or something like that. So I've been with them a long way. So they've been with me a long time. So it is special. They're a different kind of band. There's nobody really like the Melvins, you know. So it's great.
Right, right.
It will be great, should I say.
And when this EP is out and everything, where can your fans buy this EP? Is it something
You know, I'm not sure. I think Amphetamine Reptile are going to put it out, actually. You know, that Amphetamine Reptile, they do a lot of the more sort of noise, new wave noise sort of stuff. So probably directly from them, I would have thought.
Oh, right, okay. Since you guys are fans of vinyl, I saw this on your website actually. Do you have future plans of releasing any long players on vinyl?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some albums that we don't have the rights to that other labels do. So if they don't put them out, we probably will. I mean, you know, it's like anything. It's hard to get access to that stuff sometimes when you don't own the rights. We'll see. I mean, we will if we can. That's all I can say right now. Nothing more.
Right. Okay. Are you guys looking forward to your stint on the Barge To Hell cruise starting on December the 3rd?
Yeah, I don't know what to expect, to be honest. I'm kind of open-minded about it, you know. Hopefully it'll be a good experience. I mean, you're on a boat going to the Bahamas, so I guess it kind of has to be, in a lot of respects, everything else aside, you know. So, yeah, it should be fine. Just take it as it comes. You know?
Yeah, you looking forward to playing with the diverse lineup of bands on this Barge To Hell?
I mean, a lot of the bands I've played with before, just on festivals, it's not necessarily bands that we would directly be playing with on a tour, but bands that I know, people that I know. So, yeah, it'll be fun, you know, to see people.
Right, okay.
And everybody's in the same proximity.
Right.
The fans and the bands, you know, so that'll be interesting.
So do you actually believe if fans are much closer to the band when they're playing live, it makes for even a better show?
What you mean, a venue with a more intimate setting?
Yeah, a venue with a more intimate setting,
for
exactly.
Sure. It's always been what Napalm's preferred, you know, sort of way of playing. You know?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it makes all the difference. There's nothing worse than that barrier that's 30 feet away. It sucks a lot of the life out of everything, you know. We try to avoid it where possible, where people will let us, you know, so allow us to.
And how has your tour with Municipal Waste and Exhumed been going so far?
Yeah, it's been really good, man.
Yeah?
Because each band has kind of a little bit of a common thread, but they're all so different. And it's just been really good. I mean, apparently there's been a lot of tours going out that haven't been anywhere near as good as this one. Similar level kind of bands, you know. So I mean, what more can you ask for?
Right.
I mean, for one, it's a cheap ticket price, so it's always going to be more accessible to more people.
Right. Okay, that sounds good. What are Napalm Death's plans for 2013?
All we've got is more tours lined up. You know, we've got some European stuff in the early part of the year, and the rest of the year will just kind of follow on at points, you know. So.
Right. And anything you'd like to...
We'll be looking to go out and find new places to play that bands don't generally play or haven't played before, and because that's what keeps things stimulating sometimes.
Right.
After all these years.
Yeah, sounds great. Is there anything else you'd like to say to your fans around the world?
Oh, just, you know, I mean, you seem to say it every time, but, you know, thanks to everybody for supporting us. It's been 20, how many years for me now in the band? 89, so it's 23, 4 years now. So, you know, without people supporting us consistently, we wouldn't be here.
Right.
It's a simple fact. Without people coming to gigs, you have no gigs, you know, so it's, of course, entirely appreciated.
Awesome. This is Sergio here again, and just wanted to let you all know out there, you got to check out the new Utilitarian album. It's not going to be new for long, but I'm telling you, it's still fresh. It's a kick-ass album, and Napalm Death has always been an innovator when it comes to extreme music. So you got to check them out, and all I can say, this album will freaking blow your brains out. So you got to check it out. It's brutal. Check out ecstasy intense.com.